In 481 BCE, a hunter from the state of Lu captured a strange beast deep in the wilderness. It bore the body of a deer, its skin faintly covered with dragon scales, hooves like a horse and an ox's tail. A single horn rose from its head, capped with soft, smooth flesh. It trod so gently it never crushed any living insects on the ground. When it let out a cry, its tone resembled heavenly musical instruments, echoing down from the clouds, yet no one present could name the creature. Some suggested presenting it to high officials, others argued it ought to be slain. The Zuo Zhuan records this absurd scene for posterity. The hunter's charioteer laid eyes on the beast and immediately deemed it an ill omen. Terrified by its bizarre form, he took it for an evil monster and savagely shattered its left hind leg. Only one 70-year-old elder burst into bitter tears the moment he saw it. He knew this was a Qilin, the sacred symbol of a peaceful golden age, and it was the very creature he feared most to witness in his lifetime. This old man was Kong Qiu, courtesy name Zhongni, better known as Confucius. He was 71 that year, midway compiling the spring and autumn annals. The second he laid sight on the wounded Qilin, he crumpled in utter despair. As recorded in the records of the Grand Historian House of Confucius, Confucius cried repeatedly, "For whom have you come?" Tears streamed down his face, soaking his robes. In despair, he uttered a line documented in the Gongyang Zhuan, "My Tao has reached its end." How could the arrival of an auspicious Qilin plunge Confucius into utter sorrow? It is the most tragic twist in Chinese history. Classic texts hail the Qilin as the ultimate symbol of peace and prosperity, appearing only in eras of wise rulers and harmonious lives. Confucius, however, spent his entire life traveling across states, striving to promote benevolent governance, only to be repeatedly thwarted by the cruel, chaotic realities of his time. At 71, he had long despaired of ever witnessing the peaceful world he had dedicated his life to pursuing. He saw the Qilin's tragic fate at once. This sacred beast, worthy of reverence in a prosperous age, had fallen into a world of collapsed rituals and rampant cruelty. Mistaken for a monster by ignorant villagers, it was captured and crippled. His grief was compounded by personal loss. His finest disciple Yan Hui had passed away 4 years prior, and he knew his own death was only 2 years away. Ancient scholars summarize his sorrow in 4 words: Shang-Chi lay ye mourning the creature's untimely fate. The Qilin was born in an age unworthy of its virtue, just as Confucius was born out of his time. The purest benevolence clashed brutally with the darkest human cruelty. Overwhelmed by grief, Confucius laid down his brush forever. His lifelong work, the Spring and Autumn Annals, a chronicle judging right from wrong and bearing all his ideals, ended abruptly with 8 characters. In spring of the 14th year, a Qilin was hunted and captured. He stopped writing not for lack of events, but for the loss of all hope. This historic moment is known as the final brushstroke cut short by the captured Qilin. Confucius died 2 years later. In the centuries after his passing, the Qilin was glorified in imperial records, documented systematically in the Book of Han, ranked as a top-tier auspicious beast in the history of the Song dynasty, and established as a royal totem in the Ming dynasty. Yet no later accounts mention the crippled Qilin in the wilderness, nor the grieving sage who ended his life's work for it. The 71-year-old Confucius was the true Qilin. He upheld benevolence, justice, ritual, and integrity all his life, yet was never cherished by his era. When the symbol of his lifelong aspirations finally appeared, it came bearing blood and tragedy. The Qilin is never merely a token of fortune, it is Confucius's reflection. Chinese mythology's most sorrowful figures are not fallen heroes or mighty gods, but those who clung to noble ideals their whole lives, yet never lived to see the world they deserved.